Hello students, welcome to the first part of our chapter gravitation. So what is gravitation? Gravitation is the force of attraction between any two bodies in this universe. We know that earth is continuously revolving around the sun, or moon is continuously revolving around the earth. This is due to the force of attraction between the moon and the earth, and this force of attraction between the moon and earth, or between sun and the earth, we call it as a force of gravitation. So we define this as the force of attraction between any two bodies in the universe. For example, force between sun and earth, force between moon and earth, force between a person and the earth, which we normally call as the weight, force between book and the table, or you can also say that atmosphere is existing around the earth because of the force of attraction between the earth and the atoms and the molecules of the different gases. So we call this as the force of gravitation. Next is the gravity. It is a special case of the force of gravitation. Normally we define it like it is a force of attraction between the earth and any object which is lying on the surface of earth or near its surface. For example, when a person is standing on the ground, it is continuously being attracted towards the center of the earth due to the attractive force of earth. We call it as a force of gravity, which is nothing but the weight. Also, if an aeroplane is moving at a certain height above the ground, it is also being continuously attracted by the earth towards its center. Then we call it as a force of gravity. In general, if we are talking about the force of gravitation between the two interacting bodies, when one of the body has a mass very large as compared to the mass of the other body, then we call the force of gravitation as the force of gravity or simple gravity. For example, if we are talking about the force of attraction between the sun and the earth, the mass of the sun is 2 into 10 raised to power 30 kg. Mass of earth is 6 into 10 raised to power 24 kg. So masses are almost near to each other. So we call the force between them as force of gravitation. But if we talk about the force between the earth and a person lying on its surface, then the mass of the person is roughly, we can say, take it to be 100 kg. So in this case, the mass of person 100 kg is very small as compared to the mass of the earth, which is 6 into 10 raised to power 24 kg. So in this case, we call the gravitational force as the force of gravity. Next is acceleration due to gravity. According to Newton's second law, F is equal to ma. That means when any object is acted upon by an external force, an acceleration is produced in it. So any object lying on or above the surface of earth, it is continuously being attracted by the earth due to the force of gravity. So this gravity force acting on that object also produces an acceleration. We call it as the acceleration due to gravity. We denote it by the letter g, and its value is 9.8 meter per second square, or roughly we take it to be 10 meter per second square. Now we are dealing with Newton's universal law of gravitation. So here we have two material bodies of mass m1 and m2. C1 and C2 are their respective centers, and from their respective centers the bodies are separated by the distance r. It states that every object in the universe attracts every other object with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. That is, if F is the force of attraction between the two bodies, then F is directly proportional to product of their masses m1 m2, and it is inversely proportional to square of the distance between their centers, that is r square. So if we combine these two, F is proportional to m1 m2 over r square, or F is equal to a constant of proportionality capital G into m1 m2 divided by r square. This is the mathematical statement of the Newton's universal law of gravitation. Here the constant of proportionality introduced capital G, we call it as the universal gravitational constant, and its value is given by 6.67 into 10 raised to power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square, or in the CGS units 6.67 into 10 raised to power minus 8 dyne centimeter square per gram square. The dimensional formula for the universal gravitational constant we can easily obtain by rearranging the term, and it will come out to be equal to m minus 1 L3 T minus 2. Now in order to see what gravitational constant actually represents, we assume that the two bodies both are of mass unity, and the distance between their center is also unity. So if this is substituted in the equation number 1, the value of F will numerically become equal to capital G. So from here we can define that universal gravitational constant is numerically equal to the gravitational force of attraction between two bodies of unit mass separated by a unit distance apart. Or we can also say that if two bodies of mass 1 kg each and their centers are also separated by distance 1 meter, then the gravitational constant is actually representing the gravitational attraction between the two bodies. And in this case we know that the value of the gravitational constant is 6.67 into 10 raised to power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. So from this value we also conclude that if we are holding two bodies of mass 1 kg each separated by 1 meter from their respective centers, then the force of attraction between them will be 6.67 into 10 raised to power minus 11 Newton. Or we can say that the order of magnitude of the force of attraction between them is 10 raised to power minus 10 Newton. Because the force of attraction is very small, very minute, that's why in our day-to-day life we do not experience this gravitational force of attraction with the other objects. So otherwise, if we are standing close to a chair or a table, the gravitational force of attraction is definitely existing between a chair and table, between a person and the nearby object, but because of its very minute value we are not able to experience this gravitational force of attraction. Thank you.